Born and raised in the Lone Star Land, with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. From the bluebonnet fields to the city streets, every step I take feels like home to me. With a little sass and a lot of pride, this Texas girl's got nothing to hide. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Gummy shoe prints, lead them down the street. Chocolate wrappers, hide and seek.
Sebastian, sweet boy, where have you gone? The sun sets low, but we keep marching on. The wind whispers your name soft through the pines, a melody aching in these hearts of mine. Roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers, the plains. You deserve better, oh you deserve better. And your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang like bells through the air. Now silence just lingers, it's more than we can bear. We carry your memory, a flag in our hands, through shadows and valleys, through shifting sands. The roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers, the plains. You deserve better, oh you deserve better. And your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang through heartache and pain.
Well, hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Blue Eyes. Hey, Brown Eyed Girls. DJ, how you doing? Hi, Linda. Niecy, how you doing? There's Reality. Hi, beautiful. Cecilia, good to see you. Hi, Miriam. TJ. Let's see who else we got with us. Teresa. Hello there. Hi, Peggy. Good to see you. Miss Kathy. Hello to you. Hi, Dan. Let's see who else we got with us today. Wild Child. Good to see you, my friend. Looky here. We got our friend Wannabe Sleuth and been a member for 6 months. You go, girl. Thank you for being part of our family for so long. We love it. We love having you with us. And hello to you. Hey, Two Steppin', how you doing? Good to see you. And Lisa King, hello to you. Let me see here if we got anybody else sneaking in. Kelly Holcomb, good to see you. Man, I like having all our friends together. I'm out. How you doing? Good to see you. Cinderella, hello to you. So good to see you. Tam, how you doing? Looky here, Teresa. We'll get to that in just a second, but thank you so much for that. Sidetracks. How you doing? Good to see you. Glad to have you with us. Let's see who else we got. Looky here. I'm out's been a member for 13 months. Man, thank you. We love having you with us too, and we're so glad to see you back with us. Let's see who else we got here. All righty, I think we got everybody. And let's go back up here for a minute. Teresa, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Guys, if y'all were one of the lucky ones to get a membership, please tell our beautiful Teresa thank you so much, because that is so gracious of her. And to our new 5 members, welcome to the South, y'all.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff down. We got enough to go around. So can I get a baby and get down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome to our new members. We're so excited to have y'all as part of the family over here. And Teresa, thank you again so much. That is so sweet of you. Well, welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday. Let me start by saying I'm sorry I wasn't able to come on yesterday. I got that message and he's like, hey, Retta, I'm going to be there. Can you come watch me? And I'm like, of course. When any of the kids call, I'm there. And it turned out I'm glad I almost scheduled a live for a little later, but I'm glad I didn't, because when I got there, they did win. And they were playing against our hometown because he lives a couple of towns over. And so, yeah, his team beat our home team, but I was excited for him. And when we got there, there's this man that lives in our town here that probably about 20 years before my kids hit up into junior high school age, he started working with all the athletic kids and doing things and being involved in everything. And he works in the concession stands for the ball games and stuff. Well, he was there by himself last night, and I looked at him and I walked in to give him a hug, and I was like, "What is wrong with you?" And he said he wasn't sure what was going on. His heart wasn't doing well. He's had several heart surgeries and he didn't look good. And then I asked him, I said, "Is somebody coming to help you?" He said, "No, it's just me." And I'm like, "I ain't leaving you alone tonight." Well, it ended up that my son, I walked out to him and I was like, Bubba, he's not good. He was in there with me and he calls my name out and I turn around and he starts falling towards me. He almost passed out completely. So I caught him, got him sat down, and then my son was walking by and I called him and I told him and he said, "Okay." So we got him up, got him to leave. He got in his car. Well, my son and his wife got in the car and followed him because he would not let nobody drive him home. So Jared talked to him until he was settled down enough to where he felt like he could drive, and they followed him to make sure he got home. He called me today, and his heart doctor, he went up there and they are going to monitor him, his pacemaker and everything that he's got, for a few days, and he will be going to see his heart doctor again. And so I ended up staying for 2 full games, working the concession stand, but my grandson stayed up in there with me and we had the best time last night. So it was well worth it, but I'm glad I didn't plan alive, y'all. There was no paramedics there yet when that happened. They did come by the time the game started, but man, y'all, I was nervous for him. He just didn't look good. And he said, "I thought, this would be my last year, but these kids, they keep saying, man, stay, stay. I want you to be here when I graduate." And I told him, I said, "Honey, I'm going to tell you something. Graduation's never coming for you because these kids, they love you so much." Before he left, he did say, "Will you promise me you'll be at my funeral?" He said, "I have a feeling it's coming." And I was just in tears and I gave him a hug. I said, "I will always be there for you, but I don't want to go to that yet. So you're going to have to do what you got to do." So, anyways, if y'all wouldn't mind, keep Tom in your prayers because he is a man that everyone in our whole entire town knows, loves, and completely 100% respects. So, anyways, didn't mean to get all off onto that, but yeah, that's how my night turned out. But I got to see people I haven't seen in a very long time. It was nice to be out in the community again and doing things. And it was just a fun night. And all the little kids were coming up there. And they were so impressed that my grandson, he's only 8. And they were impressed he had a job. It was so cute. Tim, look at you being a member for 13 months, girl. She said my favorite too is the lollipop kids. Look at here. We love you, girl. Or my favorite tribe. Okay. My favorite tribe. I had to put my glasses on. We love having you, Tam. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. It means the world to me. It really, really does. Thank you. Hello, Michelle. Hello to everybody. Thank y'all all for being here. It really does warm my heart to know that y'all even care what I got to say. So thank y'all for being who you are. before we get started into anything, is Blue Eyes in here? I know I saw her in here early before we got started, but I wasn't sure if she was in here yet or not. There you are. Oh, you're welcome, Blue. Y'all, Blue Eyes and her son are amazing people. Let me tell you why. Today begins the month for Autism Awareness Month. And this Saturday, her and her son will be walking in the Autism Awareness Walk. There is a link that I pinned to the top if anybody would like to donate to Autism Awareness. And Blue, thank you for doing that. I will be there with y'all both in spirit. Just, I'll be praying y'all through that time. I know that's what I'm worried about, but I'm going to pray you through it. I promise you that. I will be in prayer for y'all through that whole entire timeline that you'll be there. So thank you for doing it. I know your heart's not the strongest. And then you're going out there to walk to bring awareness for autism. So we want to say thank you, Blue. Thank you for being who you are, because you're amazing. And guys, the link is pinned, like I said, in the top of the chat. So if you would like to donate anything, it would be greatly appreciated. And y'all make sure to tell Blue, thank you for being such an amazing person and going to walk, even though her heart is not in the best of shape. But that's the kind of person she is. And her son's just as sweet. So, anyways, welcome to everybody. So excited to have y'all. Okay, I have a question before we get going on everything we're going to talk about today. Put a one in chat if y'all are aware of the story, a long running story about the Texas killing fields. Have y'all heard about it? If so, put a one in chat. Hey, Cool Gamer, good to see you. I want to see if anybody's heard of it. Okay, cool. All right. Good deal. I don't know if y'all have heard this or not, but today there was an arrest made. There is a stretch of highway called I-45 in the Houston area. I'm telling you, I'm out. It's Tim Miller, man. He is amazing. He is an amazing person. He has been working hard for a very, very long time. And that stretch of highway there, people would go missing. Women, mostly, a few men. And it became known as the Texas killing fields. There is a huge pasture. They found a few bodies there, but Tim Miller made a statement today that the law enforcement has been working very hard, and yet there's a lot of work to be done because there's lots of bodies that still have not been found. Probably about 45 to 50 minutes away. Right about, an hour and 45 minutes away. Today, let's see, Monday, there was the college here in Texas where a student walked in and shot a teacher and unalived themselves. Today, there was 11-year-old at school with a gun in Crandall, Texas, and shot another child that was 11 years old. The one today was about 2 hours from me. 11 years old. They go to school with a gun. Why is it that our children at 11 thinking it's okay to solve a problem with a gun? Ugh. Oh, wow. I'm out. She said another Bundy victim was connected from Utah. So sad. I drove through the area Bundy was unalived at. It was a madhouse. Yeah. I could imagine. I know I told this story a long time ago when I first started and somebody had brought up Ted Bundy and everything. There was a time, back when I was young, me and all my friends, we had decided we were sneaking out at 2:00 in the morning. Well, our neighborhood was on a highway there, Highway 35, and outside of San Antonio. And the very front part of our neighborhood, as you drove into it, there was a water fountain. Well, it was a standing thing that you go there and you put a little Dawn or, some kind of dish soap or whatever, and bubbles go everywhere. There's been times where we would go and we would put the food coloring in there. It was just stupid kid stuff. We were planning to go out that night. Well, all of us ended up falling asleep and nobody went. Woke up the next morning and there was a body found out by our fountain. And it was months later, not long after he was caught, Ted Bundy was caught, and that body was one of his victims. And I will never forget the feeling I had that day when we learned that. We're all calling each other on the phone. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, It's like, lesson learned. We ain't sneaking out no more. Oh, yeah. That was a little too close for comfort. Hey, Pat. Good to see you. So keep, those family members in your prayers, because there are so many that I was driving through Miami when they fried him. Yeah, it was really scary, Teresa. I'm telling you, I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh no, they got him 22 years later when his DNA popped. Oh, yeah. Wow. I tell you, when I heard about the 11-year-old today up in Crandall that took a gun and shot another 11-year-old, it just broke my heart. What is going on with our world where 11-year-old kids feel the need to settle a situation with a pew pew? It's not okay. I don't know why. I don't get it, I guess. I grew up and I don't want to say it's a Texas thing, but my goodness, Everybody I knew, they had guns. We owned guns. But as children, we learned what they were, what they were, what their purpose was, and what they can do. And because of that, we respected them. We didn't touch them. We knew where they were kept. And my granddaughters here at the house, they know. They know all about them. They know where they're at, but you don't touch them. Hey, Sammy G, good to see you, sweetie. And I just don't understand how these kids just think it's okay to take one to school. That is scary. Scary to think about. You know, and I do put a lot of that onto, and I might get a lot of backlash for this, but a lot of social media, a lot of gaming time, and a lot of kids that parents aren't educating them on the dangers of those things. Peggy says, hunting season, there's some school systems are shut down in Michigan. Yeah, kind of how it is down here. You know, everybody knows that first weekend, what is it? The last weekend, first weekend in November, I think it is family weekend. So the kids can go. And then hunting season starts for the adults after that. But all ball games are held off on that weekend. Yeah, it does go back to the parents. It really does. But a lot of parents let their kids do the video games, you know, as more of a babysitter type situation. I see it happening a lot. And I don't think that's ever at any time okay. I just don't. And it's scary because I've seen some of those games. They're not good. I don't know. I don't know. Is there Deborah in chat? I don't see a Deborah. Hey, Deborah, if you're here. I don't see you, but hello, if you're here. Oh, I see you now. I see you, Deborah. She says, hi, Lolly. Not a member, but I wish I was. Girl, don't you ever worry about it. We'll be here whether you're a member or not. Always, always. So you don't worry about it. You know, I'm out. I think that's it. The value of life isn't as widely taught as what we would expect. Yeah. It's sad. And every day you can get on anything, whether it's a news article, whether it is social media, or it doesn't matter. There are things being done to children. There is a town that's about a 45-minute drive from where we're at right now down south. The mayor is being investigated by the Texas Rangers. Y'all, inappropriate with minors. I can't believe it. A mayor. It's just, it's sad. You look at the Joseph Duggar situation. It's not okay. But it's happening every day, even in our school systems. I've seen more women lately than I have men How crazy of a world is it that we live in? And my whole question is, what is it that people find in young kids to be something that would make them want to do that? I see these young kids and I see babies, I see little ones. I don't see anything sexual with it. You have to be an evil, dark person. Yes, he did, Dan. Yes, he did. I think there is a whole lot happening there. And I remember when their cousin spoke out about their grandfather. That's a generational curse right there. Mm. But it's that cultish type religion they're in, I think. I know, Peggy. It doesn't help with all this Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Yep. And no, none of those people are being put in jail. You're right. You're right. It's something. I mean, there's been a shift in the universe, and all the sickos, all the people that have dark evil within themselves have felt the need to do as they wish. I tell you what, they better stay away from my grandbabies. Mm-mm. Man, it's just not cool. Just not cool. It's just so much sadness these days, between the kids feeling like 11-year-olds taking a gun to school to settle a situation that they didn't agree on. That's never okay. And it's never okay for a teacher at school to do anything to a child that's in their care that they're supposed to be educating. That's not the education these children need. It's a very sad place. And then we have, Sebastian here, who was a happy kid living in a house that was pure hell. Pure hell. I honestly believe that. I know he was bonded out and got to just go on about his business. Ugh. No, I don't think some of these things that are happening these days, these people are doing, I don't think they'll ever be, rehabilitated. And there was an article I was reading where they were saying these people need, these men need to be, their manhood needs to be removed. Doesn't matter. It's still in their minds. It's still going to happen one way or the other. And if they can't do the job, they will find an object that will. That's the sad part. And that is what was stated in there by a professional. It's still in their minds. Just because you take a member of their body off, it's still in their minds. They're sick individuals. And if they can't perform, they'll find an object and do it anyways. So it's not going to help. That's not the solution at all. I honestly believe those kind of people need to be sent to an island and they can just live amongst themselves and do whatever they need to do, but have no connection to the rest of the world. Wouldn't that be amazing? But I don't know. It's just gross. Linda, I agree with you. When they took away prayer and discipline out of our schools, basically home to that, that's where things all went wrong. Exactly. I agree with you. I think there became this time where the right and wrong couldn't be taught at school. That was something that was supposed to be done at home. Everybody got touchy feely about their child might want to pray. There was a time where parents felt like their child deserved a trophy, even, you know, if they sat the bench most of the time, that kind of thing, you know. And there's nothing wrong with kids getting the trophy thing. Don't get me wrong. It's just that when the adults began to come and say, wait a minute, you know, my child deserves more. Well, why don't you be the parent and give them more? Give them more of your time. Blue said, working in the prison system, it is a sad situation because they do it to each other, or the ones who was in for rug charges, they would get them, and to hear them talk about it while they were in there. Sad. Yeah. Yeah. You know, our world that we live in is not a perfect place. All we can do is take care of the ones we have. Hey, Cooper. Yes. Did they get launched off? Yes, guys, they just sent a group to the moon. Wowza. So, you know, we just got to protect our own. That's all I know. I don't have the answer. I don't know what could be the solution. There you go, wannabe sleuthin'. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, goodness. I don't know. It's crazy. Hi, reality. Good to see you, darling. Hope you're well. They should, Cooper. Children should be taught about guns at home. Children should know what those guns can do to people, and they should know what happens to the people that do those things to other people out of anger. It should never be okay to have a gun in your hand, not even for an adult when you're angry. It should never be the solution. But kids don't understand that these days. I don't know. my, you know, my son, he's a military guy. He's a policeman. He was a DPS officer. His children know about the guns. They each have their own rifles. The oldest one is old enough now to go deer hunting with dad. Yeah, 101. Never use in anger. Exactly. Exactly. But my granddaughters also, I heard my oldest one talking to a friend of hers on the phone, and she said, just because your dad has a gun doesn't mean you should ever touch it. I was like, way to go, girl. And she sat there and talked to her friend about gun safety. I was so proud of her. But that's what she was taught. That's how she was taught. And she talked about what that gun could do to a person and the consequences that comes with it. So I was very proud of her for doing that, because that child doesn't have a home life that her parents just sit down and hang out and talk to her. And there's a whole lot of kids they have. And it's usually just one parent at home at a time. So it's a rough situation, but I was very proud of my granddaughter for talking to her about it, teaching her about it, and all the things. Hey, Narita, good to see you. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry. Oh, we'll keep you in our prayers. Tell you, it's been a busy time for everybody, it seems like, the last couple of weeks. And there's some that, hey, Miss Ann, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Ah, goodness. 18 to 20-year-olds who aren't taught properly and now are spending their life in prison. Yeah, exactly. I'm out. And that's the sad part. And that's where we're at in this world right now. That's the times we're living in. We saw on YouTube itself. Remember when there was the one YouTuber who lived in Las Vegas, had a beef on YouTube with another YouTuber? Well, the other YouTuber and his wife came to Las Vegas. They were live streaming while they were there, showing their people the streets and everything. And the one that lives there walked up to them and shot them both. They had a baby, and that baby now grows up without parents. That was all because of a YouTube argument. And that was a grown up. So sad. And like I said, when I read in the article today about an 11-year-old child, and I say a child because 11 years old, they're still a child, went to school and shot another 11-year-old child. It's sad that child did not know that you should never use a gun to solve an issue you have with another person. It just broke my heart. That child, and this is where I have an issue with our jurisdiction. I mean, not jurisdiction. Our judicial system, because they'll probably try that 11-year-old as an adult because of the crime that was committed. That child can't vote. That child can't even go into the military. But yet they're going to try him as an adult because it was a pew-pew situation. And that's so sad. So sad. I don't know. That just happened this afternoon. I'm out and it didn't have a whole lot more info. So I'm going to be watching for it and see what else I can find. But my goodness, Monday we had the professional college place where a student came in and shot their teacher. Never okay. And that's a college. None of it's okay. Never okay. Oh. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think more than anything, we need to continue to pray for the world around us. That's for sure. Well, guys, let's get started for today. Today's title, KK, who you looking at? Who you looking at, KK? at the Texas Roadhouse. I was watching that video and I started counting and I was like, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to play this. Y'all can count for yourselves all the red flags in that Texas Roadhouse video. And of course, when it comes to that Texas Roadhouse video, I always just remember the day we found out that KK and her private investigator buddy, Fish Sticks, decided to go up in there and get a copy of that themselves. She did not know for sure what was or wasn't on there. I don't think she quite realized there was one camera right on them at all times. I know, right, Dan? That's why I said get your pen and papers ready because we're fixing to tally it up here in a little while. It'll be very surprising when you start realizing how much is really happening around there. And Katie pitched one hell of a fit because they didn't want to stop right then. They didn't want to go sit and wait for that video. Like they were told to do. And with the fit that she pitched, we were told she was asked to leave. Here's your copy of it. Don't come back. Which is kind of funny because it was just February, Valentine's Day, before Sebastian goes missing. Her, Chris, and Sebastian were at Texas Roadhouse eating. He didn't like how his food was, and Mr. Chrissy Poo pitched a fit. Caused such a ruckus. They asked him to leave and not come back. I mean, this is the kind of people Sebastian had to be with. And so Tam, I'm with you on that, girl. I've been very nervous about a lot of stuff. I have. Looky here what Blue said. Wonder what she would tell Sebastian if he came back and asked to go to Texas Roadhouse and she can't take him there. KK, what would you tell him? I know, Teresa. Poor Sebastian living with all that anger. Oh, man. Yeah. For anybody new that's come in, let me say this real quick before we get too far in. Today starts Autism Awareness Month. Our beautiful Blue Eyes Jules, her and her son, this Saturday is going to do a walk for autism awareness. Linked in the top of the chat, I pinned it at the top. There is a link you can get to if you would like to donate to autism awareness. And this Saturday, please keep our beautiful Blue Eyes Jewel in your prayer. Her heart is not in the best shape. She's going to walk as much as she can. So be with me in prayer as we pray her through this walk, because that is an amazing thing for her to do. So, all righty, guys. Well, let's get busy. Get your pen and papers ready if you want to keep count yourself. We're going to go. And all we're going to do today is watch this video. I will pause it when I see something that's a red flag. at that time, you tell me if you've seen something that's a red flag. We're going to tally up this together because it'll blow your minds. The crazy things that are happening. But yet, there's this channel called Granny's Watching, and that woman wants to sit there, and I've heard her words. Oh, you can tell the connection and the closeness between Sebastian and his mother in this video. So to all of them that believe that crap that came out of her mouth, yeah, right. And Teresa says, hang on. We got to get us a bigger notepad, right? That's so true. All righty, guys. Let me get us going here. We're going to get started. And it starts before they ever get there. Ray Charles can see all the red flags. Yeah. Oh, wait, not this one. Hold on. We're going to stop this one because we're going to do that one at the end. I hit the wrong one. Y'all stay to the end because we got something interesting to watch as well. Here we go. All righty, guys. Let's see if we can make this real big. And this is from Dog. This comes from him. Here we go. Let's do this. And here we are. Just right up into it, right? Very first. See this white truck? You wouldn't believe the times that white truck passes by right here. And there's always a black truck that follows. That is a huge red flag. Red flag number 1. And guys, we're less than 20 seconds in. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I understand if they're driving around looking for a parking spot, but I don't believe people drive around that many times. I think they finally settle after a time or two. So here we go. Oh, why does it keep going off a big screen here? See the black truck right behind it. Right behind it. Yeah, one red flag already. It's crazy. Okay, now let's go ahead and pause. Guys, we hadn't even made a minute yet of this 10-minute video. We hadn't even got a minute. I want y'all to look over here. Okay, here's these people with this walker. This is the guy here that's another red flag because he's the one sits down, reaches underneath that bench for something. That's a weirdness. This man and this man, I count that as a whole nother red flag. Why? I've already showed y'all, guys. Look at his feet cross. Just exactly like Christopher Proudfoot when he's standing by a motorcycle on the day there's a vigil for his stepson and him and his wife didn't go. They needed to go shopping for motorcycles. Folks, we're 40 seconds in and we've already got 3 red flags. And I'm watching chat, so y'all tell me if y'all see something. Right, reality. We probably will have a whole bunch, huh? Now, this car that's right here, how many people think that might be Kathy Bowersox right there? A lot of people are telling me that's a lot like her car, and they actually believe it might be her. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know what you think. Did y'all see the two white the white truck, the black truck? But this is Katie right here. Yeah, it looks like they let somebody out. But see, here goes that white truck. The black truck just went in front, then the white truck, and now Katie and Sebastian are going to park right here. Now, as we know, Katie and Sebastian are pulling in. The person standing right here looks to be Mr. Chris, allegedly talking to this guy who is very tall and thin, and I believe he's the one we see later on. I'll show you. But notice how he just shifts, but doesn't leave until they get out of the car. Watch this. He crosses his foot over, having a conversation. And as they get out of the car and start to walk, these two men by that pillar, they leave. Okay. This girl right here, a lot of people have told me they think this is Mr. Chris's niece. I'm not sure, but it very well could be somebody they know. Hey, Rose, good to see you. So there those men go. Where'd the girl go? I don't know. Now, this man right here, we already got him as a red flag. A whole situation happening right here is a red flag. Now, here comes the girl again with the black on. They say it looks like Mr. Chris's niece. I've never seen her. I don't know. I don't know if it could be or not be. I don't know. A lot of people have said that. This is the one I thought at the top now that's parking. That's the one that said they thought it was Kathy Bowersox. Oh, they do all this now. But I'm going to pause it right here for a minute because these are some things we do know. There is a lady that walks in by the bar. She's on the phone. She stands there. She looks around. She leaves. There's another lady and an older woman with her that get up out of their booth and follow that lady out. Dog, as they got this video, they slowed it down at one point as if those were people of interest. And so that is happening right about now. We're just not going to see it. It's right before Katie and Sebastian get in there. Ziva. Y'all hear Ziva? And this is, the two different cameras. The outside's happening, the inside's happening. Exactly, Lisa. This seems like a family affair, yet none of them talk to Katie or Sebastian. None. Why? And did you see that car just leave? Nobody got out of it. Just sat there for a little bit. That lady leaves. So that car would be another one. So we're at 5. And they hadn't even sat down yet. And hello to everybody coming in. I know, that's what I wonder, Melissa. Do you think they thought he might run? Yeah, they got out and looked and left. Yeah. Here we go. And I'm playing this version, guys, and let me explain it. Let me pause it real quick. Hey, Patty, good to see you. I don't think Sebastian would run. I really don't. Yeah, I'm with you, Blue. Okay, I'm playing this part because I want us concentrating on KK herself. Her head can't stay away from all the things happening and the people in place around her. Every time she looks is a red flag to me. Oh. Okay. See these 3 men? Let me go back just a tad. Here we go. I want y'all to look at the bottom. Because here we go with another one. That first one in that gray jacket looks a heck of a lot like CP's nephew, his sister's son. Yes, I know CP's real dad does have a white truck, just like that one parked over there. This guy with this gray jacket on, 100% looks like CP's nephew. The guy in the darker gray right here. Can y'all see my cursor? I hope y'all can. Yeah. Okay. This guy looks like the man driving around that's threatening people while they're searching. So that's 2 more red flags. Let's add 3 because look at this guy right here. Didn't that look like the same guy that was over here by this pole talking to CP earlier? Watch as they walk by. Doesn't that look like him? To me, that's 3 walking red flags. Okay? Let's make it 4, shall we? Everybody look at KK's head. Why, what do you know? She's already walking around. I mean, looking around. Had to look over there, make sure people were in place. That was 4 in less than 1 second right there. Okay. Oh, who could this be right here? Now, guys, this is my opinion, okay? Every bit of what I'm telling y'all is my opinion. And these are my red flags, okay? Right there, sure looks like CP's sister before she went and dyed her hair purple. That was after Sebastian went missing. She needed to make sure nobody recognized her from, maybe the Texas Roadhouse. I don't know. But to me, that's another red flag. It's a little sketchy for me, but hey, I'm going to go there. Who's following behind her? Could that be a creator that just recently no longer has a channel? Because they used to be sister-in-laws, They used to be. Yes, Pat, exactly. That white truck, let's add that white truck over there because that is a definite red flag too, huh? He'll get out the passenger side here in a little bit. But to me, this right here, before somebody started a YouTube channel, well, and lost it, yeah, her and Chris's sister used to be sister-in-laws. We're at 11 right now. Oh, Michelle, I'll have to look in just a second. Thank you for that. Oh, wait. Guys, I'm throwing this out there. Like I said, some of this might seem a little crazy to y'all, but I don't know. Hold on. Let's go back about right here. I want y'all to pay attention right here. Down at the bottom. Yeah, Brown. That one. And I know somebody that got kind of angry when I mentioned that early on. And now down here, okay, wait, whoa. Who has a red truck, that kind of maroonish red truck that we know of associated with this family? That also has a channel over on another platform. Could anybody guess? Could anybody guess? Someone who's had a lot of issues came to stay with them. Doesn't he drive a truck just like that? Tam. Doesn't he have a truck just like that? Walking, but that might be walking between the cars. Yeah, let me go back just a little bit. Y'all tell me. Okay, let's go back. Is this far enough, Blue? Yes, Pat. That's who I think has a truck just like that. Just like that. Okay, let's go right here. Let's watch. She said there's somebody walking between the cars. So we're going to add that red truck to it because that's a possibility. There's his truck, it looks like. Okay, Blue, do you see what you need to see? Do we have another red flag? I want to make sure we get them all. Yep, there's somebody right there. Just came out. This guy just came out of that white truck on the passenger side. Okay, so let's put that person walking there too. Because that's very strange. Who's KK looking at? Let's put another red flag over there. She's studying. She ain't looking down, she's studying. Look at the, oh, it went off. Okay, guys, ready? We're going to stop this. Okay, now we've seen all of these before. We've seen them all. We've seen the whole footage, every bit of it, and we know what's happening. Yeah, KK, she studies every person in there. Guys, that was a 10-minute clip. 10 minutes. That's it. That's all we just watched was 10 minutes. We had 15 red flags just seconds before they got there and pulled in to the time they sat down and was still looking at their menus. We could sit here all night and go through every single clip that's out there. And it would get longer and longer with tally marks. That was just 10 minutes. The people moving around inside that place that sure as heck look like a whole lot of people. And Teresa said her head swiveling so much, I'm surprised she didn't pull a muscle. Poor little thing. Yeah, Blue. I feel so bad for him. But let me show you something. Let me just show y'all what I'm talking about here. When I say, could it be, right? Okay. We didn't even get, okay, now this is a picture of somebody sitting in the restaurant in Texas Roadhouse. The person that walked out behind Melissa. Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see that? That's sitting in a booth in Texas Roadhouse with that person that looked like Christopher's sister. We didn't even get to this man. There was something going on with him for sure. Because at one time, he talks to this lady right here on the right, who matches that other picture at a family gathering for Christopher's mommy's birthday. This is the man I said that looked like the one coming right here with the phone. He was at Texas Roadhouse. The one on the left is the man that was driving the black truck that was threatening people when they searched. And we all can recognize this one. Do y'all recognize it? Do you see what I'm saying? I should have made the one with the motorcycles a little closer up so they would match up a little better. And when I said this was his sister, possibly, in my opinion, this is what I was talking about. And it's hard to see her face there, but that's what I was talking about. When I said it was Mr. Chris's nephew, this is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The red flags are everywhere, guys. That was 10 minutes and that was it. We didn't even watch the whole thing. We didn't watch all of it. We only did 10 minutes and there were 15 red flags. 15 of them. We didn't get down to the green hoodie. We didn't get down to the yellow jacket guy. We didn't get down to the two men that when Katie stood up, let me show you this picture. When Katie stands up to walk out, there's two men that are walking towards the restroom. Look at her. She is eyeballed them from right over here all the way this way. As she's walking out, her eyes were fixated on those two men. Fixated. We didn't get down to Sebastian standing by his door. And there must have been some kind of loud movement or noise or something because Yellow Jacket and the worker for Texas Roadhouse both turned their heads to look at the same time. We didn't get down to all the nuts and bolts of all of it. We only did 10 minutes. A lot of people think, they were just there. No, that's too much of a coincidence. Too much of a coincidence for them all to just be there, but not acknowledge her and her son. I honestly believe it was an intimidation tactic so that it was a reminder when you leave here, this will go down. We will protect our family member, kind of thing. That's my thought, my opinion. Can I be wrong? Yeah, I could always be wrong. Yeah, right, Lisa? Some of them might have been having a little liquid courage before all the things went down. I don't know. It makes no sense to any of us because I'm here to tell you, if we're going to any restaurant, and I'll just put Texas Roadhouse for an example. If we go to Texas Roadhouse, sit there and eat, there is never a time that somebody's not coming to our table to say hey to us, and all of us getting up, giving them a hug, talking to them, that kind of thing. They may not be family. They might be family. They may just be friends. But none of those people in that first 10 minutes that we watched there even acknowledge Katie or her son. We didn't see the part where Sebastian's walking out. Oh, and another red flag. Sebastian and his mother walked in sync. The same. Same tennis shoes. Same stride. Would have been easy for one of them to be the one to take the trash out, should the other one not be available. Dan, I try to go where nobody knows me. You know, when you live in a place for so long and you're in a small town, and yeah, it happens. And most of the time when we go, that's what end up happening. So when people are out there trying to tell a version of things pertaining to Sebastian's case, and they want to say, you know, oh, that was just a dinner. There was nothing to that. Mm-mm. I call BS every time, all the time. We saw it with our own eyes, just in that little amount of time. If we would have watched all of that, all the cut up parts. I wish I had the whole entire thing as one continuing video, but I don't. Some creators do. I don't. But we can piece it all together. We can watch it all. And if we continue to watch it, we would continue to add tally marks. The tally marks would be astronomical by the time we were through with just that one whole event. Yes, Cecilia, same shoes. For sure. For sure. Do y'all recall when I was saying a while back about the light going running back at the 3 o'clock light, running back to the house and everything? I'm going to play 5D. And guys, Dog's X channel is listed in the description of this video, and 5D as well, his link to his channel. If you have not subbed up to 5D, you need to, because he puts out some amazing stuff. And we're going to watch this clip that he's done here, pretty recent. If you haven't seen it, it's good. Here we go. Let's see if we can make this bigger. All righty, let me get this pulled back.
So what could have been on this clip, right? Because this is a clip from from Carly, which overlooks the backyard. And what I think happened, and this is probably because of KK. Do I got this on normal speed? Okay, we do. All right. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. So this is that last clip, right? This is the clip most of you guys know as where we and even and remember this also falls along with what Nick Barris said. Remember, a short time later, you know. So it just tells us, a short time later, a few minutes with the whole thing, right? Because it had already been like 30 seconds that went on kind of before, and then the car, and then before she runs. So really, again, we kind of had the pieces there. We just had to slowly put them together as little tidbits got leaked out. But here is KK running back, and I think this is what I think she screwed up on accident, maybe, because I think they took much longer than they wanted to, especially because the motion light kicked off. I don't think they were expecting that. And so she's running back, right? And so on the bottom left is the Nick Barris one. He doesn't show the whole thing. And on the full screen is the leaked one, which unfortunately it's got terrible quality, but I did try to brighten it up a little bit.
Now remember,
but notice, I mean, this is normal speed, right? What I just showed you right there.
That was normal speed. Running back. Running.
And that just kind of shows you, I think she was running so fast back.
Like, our son is missing and we don't know what's going on, and he was like, go back to the house, they're on their way. And I ran back, drove back to the house.
And I think there was a point where she probably needed to kick off that flashlight, and she didn't.
And she didn't. Did y'all hear that? What? She didn't. But did you hear her? He said, go back to the house. Go back to the house. So she ran. Oh, well, drove. Slippage, spillage, however you want it, the truth always slips out. Oh, it went on to the next video. Sorry, guys. So, yeah. Her light, I believe, was supposed to be off on the way back. You weren't supposed to see but one flashlight out there. And she didn't realize she didn't turn off her light. She should have clicked it one more time, and she didn't. And yet she says she ran back. She ran back to that house, right? She ran back. Exactly, Teresa. Exactly. She ran back. Her words. She ran, and I ran back and drove. She had her days mixed up, her night and her daylight time mixed up. Because at night she ran back. But in the daylight time, she had to drive back. She ran while driving. There you go, Cecilia. Yeah. Man, when he put that out there, I was like, yeah, there we go. There we go. That was a good one. I loved it because I'm telling you, friends, it doesn't matter anymore what they say. What her and her husband want to say, they can say it all day long. It doesn't matter anymore. They've been nitpicked. They have been dissected, looked into. People see them out. They take a video of her. Well, that pisses them off. I'm sorry, but you should not be using your son's handicap parking placard. You just shouldn't. Because he's not here. It's not for her to go get her nails done and to park in that handicap spot. She got caught. She got caught. Just like she's been getting caught from day one. And like I said on the last live that we talked about, even the missing posters, the flyers that they put out, there's been 3 versions put out there. In the beginning, they took her word. After their time of doing all the things that they do, FBI and TBI is like, no. Let's change this and fix it. And at the 2-year mark, Sumner County took their dig and said, we ain't even putting Stafford Court on here because we don't even know if he made it home. Yeah, Teresa, more red flags in China. The only thing I can figure is there is something law enforcement is holding on to. All these things they've got that they've obviously got, because we can see it and we can find it ourselves. But what is it that they're waiting for? There's got to be one thing to tie it all together so that they can actually prosecute. That's the only thing I can figure. Are they waiting for a body? Because Christopher's told us he'll never be found, right? So if we're going to listen to what her and her husband have to say, then we might as well just accept the fact that he ain't never going to be found. That's what he said in the beginning. Or is it more like what he says later on when he tells Hatfield and McCoy, it's one of 2 things. He's laying over there in the woods dead somewhere. Or he'll come home when he's 18. Are they waiting until he turns 18 to see if he comes home? Is that what it is? Hey, aloha, our friend. Oh, I hope everything goes good with your move to your new place and you enjoy it. Good to see you. So it's got to be something, and that's kind of where I'm at in my thought process. There's got to be something there they're waiting on. There's got to be that missing puzzle piece that will connect everything together. And is that missing piece Sebastian? I don't know. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know what it is they're waiting on. But if we can see all these red flags, and I mean, guys, we had 15 in 10 minutes. That was just 10 minutes of that evening. We didn't even finish out the whole time at Texas Roadhouse. We didn't even go over the video that night. We didn't even go through any of their stories in the beginning. Could you imagine how many tally marks there would be? I just don't know. But there's got to be something there. There's got to be something there that they're waiting for. That's all I can figure. But Chris said he might come home when he's 18, but he's going to need mental help. I'm sorry to say it, but it sounds to me like somebody, two of them, already need mental help. Because they're the ones that made that young man, his life inside their home, a living hell. And you know, if I hear again somebody from the other side, as we like to call it, people who delve into that trauma side, that drama crap, if I hear again the words of support for Katie and Christopher Proudfoot and how mean we are to them, I'm going to puke my guts up. How about being concerned for how mean those two were to Sebastian? How about that? How about how mean they were to Sebastian? How about that corporal punishment that was issued out to Sebastian? When Chris said the words, he saw Sebastian walking down the hallway of his school, and there was a girl he was walking with. And when he saw Chris, he knew he was in trouble. Why? Why would he be in trouble walking with a friend of his at school? That statement he made tells a huge story. Sebastian was so strapped down and tied down with any and everything he could do. It was disgusting. The lifestyle they made him live. And yet people are worried because I'm being mean to them. Go on with yourself and play by yourself. Because I'm here to tell y'all, I will call out these two people until they're behind bars. When they get on panels and people on that panel are apologizing to these two people, but do not ever mention anything about what Sebastian had to live through, I got no words for people like that. None. And I will call it out every day, all day if I have to. If Katie thinks this is going to go away, she's going to be able to just go on with her life, and people are eventually going to let it go and just move on. KK. Sorry. Not happening. It's not going to happen. Until the truth is finally told. Until people start standing up and speaking for Sebastian and telling the truth for that young man, because this ain't about Katie and Chris. This is about Sebastian. And where is he? That's what it's all about. And yet we have people that apologize to the woman who was in the car with him last, who somehow her dash cam didn't work anymore that night after 6 minutes. Conveniently. The woman who took down the lights so that nobody could see that driveway. It would be so dark. They apologized to her. But what about Sebastian? What about Sebastian? All the people that seem to be connected in and meshed into these people so tight. So tight. Even people who were out searching and doing good for so long ended up all meshed up into them, signing NDAs and everything. Why would you need people to sign an NDA if you were telling the truth? Why would you need your friends and your YouTube buddies and all the things sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement? You can't tell what I tell you or I'll sue you. Why? If you've been telling us the truth, if all these red flags we're seeing were just coincidences within a 10-minute span, why would you need your friends to sign NDAs? Why are you going to sit there and apologize to the mother of a 15-year-old boy at the time? And the whole conversation had been about the fact that he got his mother pregnant. Who's apologizing to the child? There are so many red flags in this case. It is disgusting. Yeah, she even said it herself, right, Teresa? It was so dark outside that night. Silly thing is, it was a full moon. There was just enough, a hint of light, that they could see there was a person taking the trash out. But it was so dark because there was no lights. They had been removed. Patty, yes. Yes. People that are in their inner circle have had to do that. Why? Why would you even suggest that if you were telling the truth, right? Because obviously what we've been told, even law enforcement don't believe. I've never seen a missing child's flyer put out and been changed 2 times after it's been put out over a 2-year span. Oh, but Sebastian says, hey, SI, good to see you. Scripted lies. Exactly. That's all there is to this. That is all there is to it. The people that were at Texas Roadhouse in play, I honestly believe was a reminder to her, this is happening tonight. It's going down. We're watching you. That's what I believe all those red flags at Texas Roadhouse was all about. Am I wrong? Could I be wrong? Sure. I could be wrong about a lot of things. But when you sit here for 2 years and you study everything, you listen to their words over and over and over and over, you've got tons and tons of legal pads filled out with all the things, and you read over it all the time. It becomes pretty damn obvious. And I will never be a person who kisses their ass. Sorry, ain't happening. Never will that happen. Because I'm not going to sit there and apologize to the 2 adults who were responsible for the child that's nowhere to be found. Never will I ever do that. Sebastian's the one that deserves all the apologies, because this actually is all about him, not the people lying about what happened that night. And until somebody tells the truth and somebody speaks up and somebody grows the hell up and takes accountability for their part, I'll keep calling it out. I got nothing but time. Nothing but time. It's so sad because I sit here all the time and I wonder, is he alive out there somewhere? Is he being taken care of? If he is alive, what's happening to him that's going to make him need mental help when he comes back home? When he ages out of that facility, wherever he's at? Or is he no longer alive? My mind goes back and forth so many times. Guys, there's times where I have to seriously take a break from my mental health. I have to. Because I can't stop worrying about a now 17-year-old young man that I've never, ever in my lifetime met. But my heart won't let me stop. And of course, you know, it doesn't bother me if they think I'm mean. If I'm being downright disgusting, mean, ugly person. Think about it what you want to. I don't care. It's not about you and your feelings. It's about Sebastian and his feelings. And for people who can't get on this platform and use it for good to help him, then you're not in it for the right reasons. If you're more concerned about what this one said or did or who they talked about or whatever, if you got to sign an NDA to support someone, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Friends, there's things that I've been told and things I know, and I will never speak about it because I was asked not to. I was asked, please don't say anything. That's all I need. I won't. I didn't have to sign an NDA. Because I'm not here for anyone else but that young man. And if it means protecting his case, I'm not saying it. I'm not sharing it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that do just because. Hey, Terry, how are you doing? Good to see you. And like I said, if you're going to sit on a panel and you're going to sit there and apologize to the mother who supposedly he got pregnant, there's something wrong. Terry, I believe there is something new. Go back and watch mine from, what was it, Monday? Yeah, go watch Mondays because that was huge. To me, that's new. To me, that is big. To me, that says Katie and Chris are nothing but liars. They lied about everything. Law enforcement don't even believe them because when you change the location of where he went missing from, that ain't good for KK. It's not good for Katie. Poor little Katie. She can't even tell the truth. And she's the one that gave birth to him. That's how sick this is. It's how sick and twisted all of this is. It's his own mother. His own mother. I hope she closes her eyes, and every time she does, I hope she sees his face. Yeah, I agree, SI. I honestly believe they thought we would all just, oh, okay. I see you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. When you can't tell what you yourself were doing in just one night's time, you can't tell the same process. Something's wrong. When I went back not long ago and listened to the very first time that they spoke out It was 3 minutes in to that interview, the very first time they came out and spoke. Katie said she was falling asleep at 10 o'clock. Mr. Chris comes behind her and corrects her and says later into his explanation, Mom was falling on the couch asleep. That was around midnight. What happened at 10 o'clock, Katie? You just said that. And she sat quietly back and let him do it. And we're supposed to believe liars? And because we don't believe liars, we're the bad people? Yeah, okay. Okay. Gotcha. But when law enforcement puts out a missing persons flyer and says he was missing from his home on Stafford Court, and comes back later and TBI and FBI have changed it to the area of Stafford Court on the day before. Change the date, change the location. That's big. At the 2-year mark, when Sumner County says he went missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee, and never mentions Stafford Court. Friends, they don't believe her. Her story is nothing but a lie. We've proven that over and over and over again. And it's up to people to believe it or not. Yep. Like I said, when Eric Craddock was asked about his shoes, and they said, so you're saying he disappeared with no shoes on? And Eric Craddock himself said, that's not what I'm saying. That's what his mother said. I think that man didn't believe her from the get-go after the first couple of days. Nothing made sense. When there's no scent, that child left his home. No scent at all that he ran away. When there's no video footage to show any door open, and there's only one video showing somebody running across the back courtyard coming back to the house, and there was one person inside that house. Hello. It's plain as day. When conveniently his mother's dash cam only worked for 6 minutes after leaving Texas Roadhouse, that's the biggest red flag of all. Because she didn't get home for an hour and a half. Where did she go? Where did she take him? What happened to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? End of story. Yeah, Dan, that is the biggest red flag of all. I know, right, Patty? You really do. You really do. I mean, gosh, they hadn't told the same story twice. That's a red flag. Like I said, guys, if we took over the last 2 years, we'd have a whole legal pad full of tally marks just for red flags in this case. Where's Sebastian? It's what it always comes back to. Where is he? Is he alive or is he no longer alive? What happened that night when he was in the car with Katie and they left Texas Roadhouse? That's the question. What happened? Oh, yeah, couponing. There's a short that's put out, and I don't remember who put it out, and they showed it as well. The FBI.org website, they have it listed there as well. Her dash cam went off at 6 minutes in her drive after leaving Texas Roadhouse. From the time she started her car at Texas Roadhouse, 6 minutes later, her dash cam went off. Did she turn off her car and it went off? Possibly. But she went at home in 6 minutes, so that car had to have came back on, but her dash cam did not. And don't forget, she knows all that technical stuff because that's what she was trained for in the military. All that technical kind of stuff. And hello, Couponing. Good to see you. She knows how to manipulate all those things. All those things. Oh, you're welcome, Couponing. So, yeah. Where did Sebastian go? What took you an hour and a half to get home when that drive was only at the very longest, maybe 12 to 14 minutes? Most people say within 9 minutes they can make that drive. I don't know that, Terry. I would like to know that if her Apple Watch was connected to the car Wi-Fi. I would really like to know. But I hadn't heard that part yet. I just know that her dash cam turned off at 6 minutes. That's when she pulled into that convenience store. But she didn't go straight home. Took her an hour and a half from the time she left Texas Roadhouse to pull into her driveway at 8 o'clock that night. She left Texas Roadhouse at 6:30. What happened to Sebastian? Where did he go? What took so long to get home? She said they came straight home. They came straight home. Yeah, couponing. I don't know. Nobody's talked about her watch. Nobody's told me anything, and I haven't seen it anywhere on any of the websites that I try to keep up with. So I don't know if there's something with her watch and they are just holding it real tight and not talking about it. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew. Patty, I don't think he went home. Yeah, I think so too, Patty. I think that thud was made up. So we would think he was there. She had to have some kind of proof that he was there. So there's a thud. Yeah, I think so. So I don't know. Lots of red flags, guys. Oh, yeah. She lied a lot, Dan. She lied from day one. Like I said, 3 minutes into her first interview she ever did after Sebastian went missing, 8 days later, she talks 3 minutes in. She said she fell asleep on that couch at 10 o'clock. Mr. Chris comes behind her and he corrects her and says it was midnight. There's been times she said she fell asleep around 11. Times she said she was studying. And don't forget, she was talking on the phone from 9:30 to midnight. So she can't even tell the truth. The two of them lie, all to protect themselves. Oh, she did catch it. She ain't never interviewed them since. She ain't going to. She's not going to interview people that lie to her. She got other things to do with her life, other cases to move on to. But lucky for them, we're still here. Oh. Anyways, guys, listen, I'm going to let y'all get out of here, but I do appreciate everybody coming in and showing up and hanging out with us, watching just 10 minutes of that Texas Roadhouse. Just 10 minutes. We didn't even watch the people out there. We just saw her and her head whiplash around. We just saw the things happening outside while they were inside. 10 minutes. We had 15 red flags. Yes, sleeping while studying. You know how that goes. She got superpowers. But yeah. Guys, I appreciate y'all being here. I really, really do. Thank you all for being here. You know, Sebastian matters. And we can never lose sight of that. He matters. He's the reason we're all here talking about this. I don't want to sit here all the time and talk about Katie and Chris, but I will call out all the lies. I will call it out all day, every day, until they finally decide to tell the truth. Because Sebastian deserves that. And if nobody else is going to be on his side, we can be on his side. If his mother's just going to leave snacks on the front porch, we can bake him a whole meal when he finally does come home. If she's going to leave a blanket out there, we can buy him a whole new bedding thing. Because we're not going nowhere. That's why. I appreciate you guys in your thought process and your questions and us working together as a group, because that's what it's going to take to continue to keep Sebastian's name out there. So don't ever think that this is my channel. It's our channel. Hey, Falker's dad. Good to see you. Hope you've been well. Cecilia, you be careful in the floods. Be good. Be safe, girl. Be safe. And everybody, please remember, this is Autism Awareness Month, and Saturday, Blue and her son will be walking for autism awareness. There is a link in chat, and I will post it on my community wall here in a little bit. If you would like to donate to autism awareness. And please, on Saturday, remember to be in prayer for Blue as she goes out and walks. Just for awareness. For Sebastian. And guys, her heart's not in the greatest shape ever. But she's going to do it anyways. Y'all be safe out on these streets. Just know that you guys matter. And together, we can do a heck of a lot, guys. Y'all be safe. Take care. Hugs and prayers to everybody. Oh, I love you, Brown Eyes. And until next time, see y'all tomorrow. Love and hugs. Good night.